All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Smackdown review for January 2023. Outside the Bloodline stuff, it's pretty much average show. It's terrible. There's a bunch of matches in the tag team title tournament, and yeah, that was pretty much it. All right, let's get to it. First up, we got the Bloodline. They show up in two SUVs. Sami Zayn does his handshake with the Usos, and then he gets to Roman. Roman pretty much just says fuck off or whatever, and he just bounces. And then first up we got the first match in the tournament, tag team title tournament, number one contender tournament, whatever. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre versus the Viking Raiders. Pretty much a brawl breaks out outside the ring in the beginning, and then Sheamus hit a Irish Curse backbreaker on Eric. Drew gets a tag, he cleans house. And then Drew hit two neck breakers on the Viking Raiders on each member. And then Drew hit a Michinoku driver on Ibar for a near fall. Viking Raiders hit a clothesline combo for a 2 count. And then Sheamus hit white noise on Eric. Drew tosses Ibar off the top rope after he was hung upside down. So he used his core strength to pretty much suplex him. And then Drew landed a future shock DDT on Ibar. Drew went for the Claymore. Ibar counters with a spin kick. Sheamus goes for the bro kick, and then Valhalla, that girl with the Viking Raiders, gets on the apron to distract Drew. Ibar hit a diving splash for a near fall. Sheamus hit the bro kick on Ibar for the win, so they advance to the next round of the tournament. Backstage segment, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Sami Zayn. Sami says, tonight's a big night. Is everything cool? And then Roman says, saw how you looked last week. I know you're trying to cover everything up tonight. What's going on, Oos? What's going on? Sami says he was a little disappointed. He says last week I felt a big privilege with you putting me in position last week to take care of this KO problem. I take a lot of pride in that and being able to carry my weight in this family. I was about to put him away. I was about to, or I didn't know Usos were coming out there. KO keeps saying, I'm being used. I'm being used. For a split second, it's fine. And then Roman says, get out, man. I'm not doing this every week. Tribal Chief. Got to run his game plan by the honorary use every week. When did this start? When do we have to ask for your approval? Why don't you find Kevin? Why don't you go find your own bloodline? Stop using me. And then throughout the whole time when Roman told Sammy to get out, the whole time after that, Heyman had this like the shocked look on his face, like he was nervous and shit. It was hilarious. Next up we got LA Knight. He pretty much just squashes some random jobber. And there's a Firefly Funhouse segment. And then they got all those puppets and all those characters and shit. And Bray Wyatt's talking with them, and then Uncle Howdy shows up on a TV somewhere. I think it's in the Firefly Funhouse or somewhere else. Some shit. Says all you need is a little push. And then after that, Bray Wyatt gets serious or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass at the Rumble pretty much. So that was it for that. Hit Row versus Los Lotharios, second match in the tag title number one contender tournament. Hit Row wins versus them. It was like a 2 minute match. No point reviewing the match. Next up, we got Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair. She pretty much just calls out Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville comes out. She says, you're entitled, you're arrogant. And then Charlotte challenges Sonya, and then Sonya says no unless your title's on the line. And then Adam Pearce comes out. He's pissed off or whatever, and then Sonya Deville punches Charlotte. I don't know. This fucking segment was stupid. Pointless. Paul Heyman and another segment. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns in the back. Roman says, can you believe this guy? And then Heyman says, I don't like Shmuley. I guess what they call him in the bloodline since day one. I support your vision for the island of relevancy. If you can take into your ruthless consideration, isn't it better as we're about to sign a contract to defend the title against Kevin Owens of all people. When it comes to Sami Zayn, maybe it's better to have him in the castle pissing out than to have him outside the castle pissing in. This is why he's the wise man. We're gonna talk some sense in a Roman. Next up, we got Ridge Holland and Butch versus Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci for the third match in the tournament. Ridge hit two clotheslines on Ludwig Kaiser. Butch landed a moonsault on Vinci, and then Butch applied the ankle lock. He transitioned into an armbar. Vinci tags in. Giovanni Vinci hits a springboard moonsault on Butch for a 2 count. And then Butch hit a tornado DDT on Vinci, and then Ridge Holland and Ludwig Kaiser tag in. Vinci hit a brainbuster on Butch outside the ring. Imperium hit an Imperial Bomb on Ridge for the win, so they advanced to the second round of the tournament. Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman segment in the back. Sami Zayn just pretty much sitting backstage, minding his own business. Paul Heyman shows up. He says, "Your tribal chief wants to see you now." We got another segment in the back. This time it's Karrion Kross with Scarlett. He says, "In 1 week, I will be fighting Rey Mysterio. Normally, I get amped up before a fight. This time, not so much because Rey can't figure out if he wants to be a family man or he wants to be the GOAT, greatest of all time. Says, in this business, you can't be both. That's not how it works. Now I'm going to take him out." Pretty much it for that. That match is next week on SmackDown. LDF versus Maximum Male Models. LDF wins, so they advance. Like another 2-3 minute match. We got a segment in the back. Another one with Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Sami Zayn. Roman says, "Man, I got a temper, man. That's why I put people in place. You want communication. You want to be a perfectionist. You're like me. That's why this works." And then Sami says, "I walked in here expecting the worst. Roman, sometimes I expect the same loyalty that I give out." Sami says, "Whatever you want me to do, just tell me. I will do it." For that segment, last segment, we got the contract signing. Roman Reigns with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. So they're waiting for KO. Roman's got his feet up on the table. KO shows up out of nowhere. He attacks Solo Sikoa. Then he stunners Roman Reigns. And then Usos come out. He beats them up outside the ring. And then back in the ring, he gives Kevin Owens a pop-up powerbomb. I think they got a picture of it. Yeah, right here. And then, yeah, that was it. So not much of a contract signing. KO signed the contract, but they didn't show Roman signing it. So most likely they're going to add a stipulation, maybe a street fight or some shit. I don't know. And then, yeah, so that was it for SmackDown. Yeah, so it was another okay episode, I guess. Decent. All right. See you guys.